Hello everyone, students, it's day 2 and today in this chapter we will discuss about variations and also that do organisms create exact copies of themselves? If we compare the organisms of two different species, for example humans and dog, we find them totally different. If we compare the organisms of same species, for example Homo sapiens or we can say humans, we can see so many differences. For example, some are dark, some are fair, some are tall, some are short, some are thin, lean, and some of them are fat. Even we can find the differences among the members of same family, as we discussed in the previous class. So all these differences are known as variations. We can say variations are differences among the individuals of same species. And now the question arises that do organisms create exact copies of themselves? Means, do organisms give birth to young ones which are exactly similar to themselves? And I think now you can easily answer, as you can see variations in all the organisms. We can say that organisms do not create exact copies. This we can better understand from one example. Suppose, students, if we want to construct a building somewhere, can we directly construct a building without having rough idea of that building first? No, we cannot. What we do is we go to an architect and he gives us rough idea or design of that building which is to be constructed. Then we can go for construction, right? Similarly, you know that design or the rough sketch of the building which we get, that is known as the blueprint of the building. Similarly, in humans, for example, or in other organisms, there must be some blueprint inside which is responsible for the young one which is to be produced, right? So let's see what is that blueprint inside which tells us that what type of baby is going to be born. We know that young one is produced as a result of reproduction, that is cell division. So if we look at the structure of cell, we can see there is nucleus inside. Let us see the nucleus more closely separately. There is nucleolus inside and thin thread-like structures which are known as chromosomes. If we look more closely, the chromosomes are rod-like structures. As we can see, there are strands, a pair of chromatids joined to a centromere in the center. On the chromosomes are present genes, and genes are nothing but made up of DNA, that is deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA during cell division makes RNA through biochemical reaction. So always remember that this DNA is the blueprint of life. This carries the information that what type of protein is going to be synthesized. If the protein which is synthesized by DNA, that is different, then the design of the body, or we can say body design, will be altered, or we can say there will be variation, right? So it's the DNA which is the blueprint of life. This is the flow chart to show that inside the cell is present nucleus, in the nucleus are present chromosomes, and on the chromosomes are present genes which are made up of DNA. DNA contains the information for making proteins. If information is changed, then different protein is made. Means DNA is responsible for all this, right? If protein made by DNA is different, then there will be variations. So we can say DNA is the blueprint of life. It decides that what type of baby is going to be born. Now the intensity of this variations, that depends upon the type of reproduction, whether it's asexual reproduction or sexual reproduction. If it is an asexual reproduction in which only one parent is involved, what happens is cell division takes place and one parent cell that divides form two daughter cells which are exactly identical. Genetically they are exactly same. So whenever, for example, asexual reproduction takes place in amoeba, in hydra, from one parent cell two daughter organisms are formed. They are exactly similar to the parent organism. But if there are certain variations, they are present only due to replication or copying of DNA. Students, remember this. This is very, very important. How this replication or copying takes place? This is one DNA molecule inside the parent cell, right? It replicates, or copying we can say of DNA takes place. From one DNA, two DNA molecules are formed. This is by copying, right? Like we go to a photostat shop, we carry our original certificate with us, one copy, original copy with us, right? When you get the photocopy of that, that is never 100% correct, or right, we can say exactly same. There is definitely going to be some difference. Either there will be printing will be dark, or it will be light in color, or there will be misprinting of certain letters. Similarly, in DNA, from one DNA, when two DNAs are formed in daughter cells, they are formed after copying of parent DNA. This is parent DNA, these are formed after copying. So they can't be exactly similar to this one. There must be some difference, right? Due to certain changes in the DNA, the daughter cells, they show variations. Clear? For example, here you can see this is original DNA or parent DNA. These are two daughter DNAs which are formed after copying. You can find slight variations. When there are changes or slight variations in DNA, there will be change in the daughter cells. You can find the variations in the daughter organisms. Clear? This is one hydra, and it after division forms two hydrae. They are genetically same, but if there are slight variations, these are due to what? Copying of DNA. Clear? Now, the intensity of variations is more in case of sexual reproduction. Why? Because here offspring gets chromosomes, n number of chromosomes from father and n number of chromosomes from mother, and in the chromosomes is present DNA, right? So DNA will be different from father as well as from mother. They fuse together and form the new offspring. So the offsprings, they get characters from both the parents, because in sexual reproduction, as you know, two parents are involved. The characters from father as well as mother, they get mixed up, and that is the reason that offsprings, they show more variations. Clear, students? This was all for today, and now read page number 127, 128 from your NCERT book, and then you can answer these questions in your notebook. Thank you, students. See you in the next class.